Okay, for my next unboxing project here, we've got a VaporX R9 270X graphics card from Sapphire. This is using the AMD R9 270X chipset. Oh, not chipset, but graphics processor. As you can see, it comes in a very pretty box. Alright, and that is the front. On the back, this is what we get when we open up the box. It comes in a standard cardboard box once you pull it out of the sleeve. It does have some nice styrofoam cushioning there that was on top of everything, and you've got your CD manual, your CD installation disc with your case badge. I love case badges. Thanks Sapphire for putting this in here. Kudos. Don't use this disc. Go to AMD's website, download the latest version of the Catalyst Control Center and drivers. Always remember to do that, no matter if you're using AMD or NVIDIA graphics cards. I like Sapphire a lot. They've made really good graphics cards in the past. I've had good luck with them, and I have no doubt that this one's just going to be just as awesome as every other one I've owned. Okay, once we pull the graphics card out, which you can see that is a pretty massive graphics card. Let's go back over here. You have your VGA to D sub adapter, and you have your Molex to PCI Express adapters, and your Crossfire bridge. Be honest with you, if you have to use this, you probably need to look into getting a better power supply. I would recommend with this particular video card going with a minimum of 500 to 600 watt. I'm using a 600 watt power supply myself just because I've got some more hard drives. You can go to just Google power supply calculator, put in what your system has in it, and it gives you a rough idea. You can select this exact video card and give you a rough idea of how much power that's going to consume and how much wattage you need. Remember, there's some stuff that the power supply calculators may not be able to take into effect, so I always go over 100 watt just to give you some headroom, future upgrades. But that being said, let's take a look at this graphics card. Take two. Here we go. This is the card out of the box, as you can see here. The shroud itself here is not plastic, it is metal. Very nice, I like it. Also, you see it does have the dual fans, and as you can see here, it's not fully enclosed, so some of this heat is going to go out in your case when you're running this, so you definitely want to have some decent airflow in your case. You know, take a good case fan up front and one in the back, and you're going to be fine as far as the airflow goes, more than likely. I prefer this method because it gets the heat is dissipated better off the card itself, and your video card is probably one of the hottest things. Is the hottest thing in your case, so the better heat dissipation has, the better all around you're going to be. And you can see, if we get in here closer, they are using copper heat pipes for cooling that's going to the aluminum fans. The most important part here, if we look, this is what the card's going to look like inside your case. If you've got a case window, your case is off. And you can see that looks really nice, and I can't wait to get this thing in my case. If you look at the end there, right by the VaporX, you see the two PCI Express 6-pin power connectors, which it does require 2 of those. And like I said earlier, if your power supply does not have 2 connectors on it already, chances are you probably need to upgrade that. I did mention, 500 watt minimum, 600 watt recommended probably, which is what I'm going with, the 600 watt power supply. And you see that little Sapphire button right here. I'm assuming that is going to be switching between the UEFI BIOS ready function or not. So if you put it in your case, you turn it on, nothing's happening, I might want to press that switch there. Okay, let's lay it over here and get a look at the top. And once again, this card is heavy. You know, that's the heat sink and the fans and everything that's make the card, but it feels solid. It's got a nice black PCB board. If we want to take a look at the back, get a better look at that. That's nice. You see how the heatsink is actually on there. It's actually stabilizing the card, as you can see, to keep it from bowing. Which these loan cards, I don't know if you've ever had one do that or looked at one, but over time the PCB will start to bow. This one will not. As you can see, it's the heatsink on here has got legs right here on the back all the way up to the front, so this is going to keep this board nice and straight and no bends in it, so that's going to be really good. Alright, and this also, like I said, this is the VaporX R9270X from Sapphire. It's pretty much a upgraded version of the 7870. Actually the 270 without the X is that, but it only has one power connector. This one has two, but this is going to outperform the 7870 very, very much so. This is actually probably going to outperform some of the 7900 cards. This does have a higher clock speeds than the previous generation 7000 series cards. This model, however, does not have true audio feature available on it, as the R6 models and the R9280 above models do, because it is, like I said, pretty much a rebranded, pumped up 70 series video card. But the performance on this thing just blows it out of the water, though, with the changes that he would make. So it is definitely worth upgrading if you have, you know, anything the 3000 series up to probably the 6850 or anything like that. This would definitely be a upgrade worth looking into. You're definitely going to see the performance jump. It does have 2 gigs of DDR5 running at 256-bit. PCI Express 3.0. However, if you have a 2.0, or if you're running an AMD processor like I am, you're not going to see much difference with this generation of PCI 3.0 Express cards. If you go a couple generations from now, you're probably going to see the PCI 3.0 bandwidth being utilized a lot more than what these cards would utilize it. So that's that. See, this is a very nice looking card. Definitely recommend it. I've used Sapphire cards in the past, been using them for a while, and they make really good products. Alright, and that's going to conclude this video. Thanks for watching.